All right, man. Here we go. Hanging with Beatdrop podcast, episode 60. And it's a special episode, you know what I'm saying? Because this is like one of the most humblest dude I've ever met, the most sickest DJs. He's like the Cowboy Leonard of DJs. Like, he's a quiet killer. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's calm, but when he comes through, dog. You know what I'm saying? DJ Fuze.
Hey, thank you guys for having me.
What's good, bro? How you feeling?
Right here, feeling good, brother.
Hey, dog, I appreciate. I was nervous to text you because I was like, I hope he could come through.
Come on, bro.
Because I know you're nervous, but it's
we
like,
cool.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm there.
Yeah, dog. I was like, yo, Fuse, can you come? He's like, I'm there. So I was excited, man. I don't even know how to do graphics, and I downloaded an app, and I was like, I'm gonna try to make a graphic, get people to get some questions down, and people want to know a lot about. Yeah, bro. People want to know a lot about you, bro. And no offense to our other guests like Q and shit. I was imagine. But people want to know a lot about you, man. So let's start from the jump, man. Let's tell us a little about yourself, man.
Oh, wow, man. Well, I've been DJing for pretty much like 19 plus years. Yeah. I started when I was 15, 16, and here I am now, you know, a little older, but still love the game, and, you know. And
then what city are you from?
I grew up in Santa Ana in Orange County, which is pretty much like the East LA of Orange County. Pretty hood out there, but yeah, I was there till I was 20, then moved out to the high desert where my parents are at right now, and then recently, like 4 years ago, moved back down to Montebello area. Now I'm in Monrovia. So. And
then nice. What made you get into the DJ world? Like, because you said you were 16. Because I know we were chopping it up a little bit before we started recording. You were like 16,
was
right?
Weird. It was just like it wasn't really planned. I remember at the time, like in the late 90s, like early 2000s, remember Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit? Yeah. They had the DJ in the background, like scratching it up. Yeah. And I was like, man, like back then MTV was always showing videos. So I'm like, damn, I want to do that. Like that sounds like super cool, like the scratching sounds. Yeah. So when I turned 15, I told mom, like, yo, like I want a turntable. Yeah. So she bought me a turntable and a little mixer, like cheap. You know? Dirt cheap.
You gotta start somewhere, man. You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, but it was just that I wanted to buy a record and just scratch, and soon after I'm like, this isn't that fun, you know? Yeah. Like I didn't know like what a scratch record was, so I was just like scratching a song. Like, this doesn't sound like what they're doing. Yeah. Started doing research little by little. I'm like, damn, this is what they're doing on power. They're scratching with the turntables. Yeah. So that's when I got more into like the whole hip hop like DJ thing, and kind of went from there.
And was your mom cool about you DJing, or was she kind of like, nah,
she didn't really care, you know? Yeah. It was kind of like just like a hobby I did in my bedroom. Like, it was like some kids came home and played video games. Like, I came home and did my homework and then
that was
scratched on the turntable, you know?
And were you DJing like your high school functions, like school dances or anything
like
that?
Nah. I've always been a quiet guy, like kind of shy, so I never really got into that.
That's crazy.
It was always like a low-key thing, you know? Like my cousin knew and like my friends knew, but they're like, it's just a hobby. It's nothing serious. Like my younger cousin was always like coming over. He's like, damn, you suck. Like he'd keep it real. He'd be like, bro, you suck, man.
You're like, fuck.
I'm like, all right, motherfucker, you never coming over again. Like, you too real.
We're
like
cool. We're cool. Like, he's my like favorite cousin. So like,
he gets a
sometimes
pass.
It's cool to like hear that honesty. You know what I mean?
Need those. These are my truthful cousins right here. They've been telling me I suck my whole life. No, that's crazy. Yeah. And then, so when you started DJing, you were doing quinceañeras and shit like that. Like,
like my first gig was a house party.
Yeah.
Like literally a week after I graduated high school.
Nervous as fuck.
Oh shit.
Were you nervous?
I wasn't really nervous because the party was just more of like a family thing. Yeah. There was like a few like kids from school, but for the most part it was like parents and tias and that whole type of vibe. So I was like, whatever, you know, it is what it is. Like, just play records. Nobody was dancing, so I was just kind of like practicing, you know what I mean? So it was cool. And then after that, like from there it never stopped. It was like another house party, wasn't getting paid, it was just fun, you know? Yeah. Little by little, like my bad.
No, go ahead.
Little by little, just like quinceañera started popping up, like a wedding. And I'd bring like my turntables and then like this like DVD player. Yeah. And I would play songs that I didn't have on vinyl on off a DVD player, you know? Yeah. Like Napster, like freaking.
That's what I was about to ask.
Like, that's dope.
Around that, when you graduated, what year was it?
03.
03?
Yeah.
And around that time, what did they use a lot? Serato or?
No, Serato, I think came out in 2005.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so I was able to like collect records from like 2000 to 2007-ish. But yeah, so my first gig was in 03. So first 3 years was just nothing but like messing around in the bedroom, just practicing. So yeah, it was all vinyl. And then
So it was 2003, and I did a little research. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I did a little research. And in 2006, if I believe you won something, it was around May.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what it was?
Yeah, it was called Power Mixer Idol. Yeah.
Power Mixer Idol?
Power Mixer Idol. Back then, big boy, I was at work, family business, the little office, and I hear big boy say, yo, if you ever wanted to be a power mixer, like, here's your chance to like shine or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh. Like, instantly I was like, whoa.
He said, he calling me.
Yeah, that's me, bro.
Yeah.
So he was just like, yo, make a 10-minute demo, send it to the station, and we're going to do a whole contest out of it. So I was like, I'll do it. But I waited till literally the last day, and I sent it overnight. And yeah, for like months, they would like play back mixes every day. Like E-Man would play them, and then Big Boy would be like, yo, like, that was whack. Like, oh, like, what was that, E-Man? And he's like, oh, yeah. They would just like laugh about the mixes, you know? And then I was like, whatever, you know, I'm not never going to like, mine's never going to get played. And then one day they're like, all right, so after like a lot of like playing back mixes, like we narrowed it down to the top 6.
Oh, shit.
I was like, whatever. I'm like, I'm still just like listening, like no big deal, you know? He's like,
vibing.
All right, the first guy, DJ Fuze out of Santa Ana. I was like, what the?
Yeah. You're like, is there another DJ Fuze around here?
I can curse, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I was like, what? So I'm like at work, and I used to work with my cousins and my sister, so we're all in the office like what the hell? Is that you? Like, they were tripping out, you know? They knew I DJed, but like they didn't think anything of it.
Yeah, to hear it on the radio, that's different.
It was weird, bro. But
yeah.
And then the next day, E-Man calls me. He's like, yo, Fuse, congrats, man. Like, now you got to come to the station and do the next part of the contest. So it was crazy. Yeah, it was definitely like life changing, I guess you could say.
Sorry, saying since May, what was it, 2006, that opened up the new chapter towards your DJ.
Yeah, career? in a way, like not right after, but it definitely like opened some, like it made me gain some contacts and stuff. So it helped that I won it. You know what I mean? I ended up winning the thing. Yeah, so I ended up meeting, obviously E-Man Felly, Mr. Chalk. And after that, I kind of slept on it. I'm not going to lie. I was like, just kind of like, all right, cool. I won. I went on there once on Power. But I'm like, what am I doing, man? Like, I want to be on every week,
Yeah.
So I started bugging, and they would never reply. But eventually, like, after like 7 demos or something like that, Felly smiled like, bro, like, you ready? Like, we need you this 12 Days of Mixmas, 2007, going into 2008. And that's when I finally got my chance to go on.
And then how did you come up with DJ Fuze?
DJ Fuze, man, there's really no story.
Yeah, it's just
there's
like, no fuck story, bro.
I'm like, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
And then, we can talk about it, I guess. Like, there's another DJ Fuze, Digital Underground. Like, he's kind of like more the original DJ Fuze.
Yeah.
But then, like, when I made it on radio or whatever, I'm like, dude, I can't go back now.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, it'd be weird to change it. So I'm like, I just kept it, but I got a lot of BS from it, like, on Twitter. Yeah. I was getting hit like, yo, like, you're not the real.
Fuck?
Yeah, bro. I was like,
crazy, huh?
I wouldn't reply, but I was like, just taking it like, fuck.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is, bro.
You just gotta roll with the punches.
Yeah. So, at the time I was like, man, I should change my name, but I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna keep it like, that guy's from the Bay, I'm from LA, like, it is what it is. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah,
and then, when you heard your name like on the radio, you know what I'm saying? Like, how weird did that feel? You know what I'm saying? Because I remember, like, obviously when the first time like I heard my name on the radio, like, when people told me they heard me, like, it's like a weird feeling. Like, you don't even know how to explain it. So when the first time you got on radio, like, was that weird? Like, what did you feel? Were you just like nervous, or what was it?
I was so nervous.
Yeah.
I was like I had to go to the bathroom so many times before. I was like, my stomach was turning.
Yeah.
But I just remember like getting so much love, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like, because everyone was young at the time. I was 22 when I first auditioned on Power, so like everyone was like, yo, like, we're at the house party after this. So I went. I remember going back to the house party, and like everyone's just like on the mic, like, yo, Fuse, like, from Power 106. I'm like, bro, I'm auditioning. Like, it's not even like that yet, but like it was just like so much love. It was, it was so cool. It was something different. It was something new. I'll never forget it,
And do you feel like you learned your style like from the jump? Because like I feel like bro, like you're one of my favorite DJs, bro, and you've always been humble as fuck. Like I remember even when I wanted to get hired at Power, I would hit you up and you would reply. You would like give advice and shit, and like you can't really say that about a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So for you to do that, that's fucking dope. So it's like, when your creativity is sick as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like, bro, I gone to the club where you've been there, and like I could talk to you and you'd be like, and I'll be like, what are you doing, bro? Like we're having a normal conversation and you're just like dropping records like crazy. So do you feel like that took a lot of practice, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, definitely. You know, I'm still working on stuff like, and I feel like I need to improve and stuff, but yeah, you know, it was a lot of practice. Like I said, my cousin said I sucked, so you know, I really gotta work. I really had to like work my ass off. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, dude, I gotta impress my cousin. Nah, but it was just like 3 years nonstop of just like DJ nowhere, just in my bedroom until I started doing gigs, and then like. From doing gigs, I started meeting like DJs, like local DJs, and I'm like, okay, like I gotta work on this, I gotta do that. Like, you just start taking notes, you know. You go back to your room and you're like, I gotta work on some stuff, you know.
And then, how did you become like an official DJ for Power?
Well, December 2007, like was when Fally hit me and was like, yo, we're ready to try you out. So I did that for almost a year, just auditioned every week, pretty much every weekend. For a year, and then November of 2008, I finally got hired. So that was like when I finally signed the paperwork and did all that good stuff, you know.
And then when that happened, were you like, oh shit, like this is it, like
bro, I'm like, this is official now, you know. I'm officially part of the team, you know.
Yeah.
Even though I already kind of was, it was like more like just signing that.
Right, now it's on ink and paper.
Yeah,
you can't take this back.
Exactly.
And then what's your practice routine, bro? You practice every day, or like what's?
You know what? No, not even like back then. Yeah, you know, because you're learning, you're like trying to just get the groove of things. But now, like I'd say like a few times a week, like 2 times a week, I still like try to get myself in there and just kind of improve, and you know.
Okay, you got to polish the fingers. I see.
Yeah, you got to, bro, or else like you kind of get a little rusty when you go on there and stuff. So. You know, there's always room for improvement. So, you know, I try to get in there.
And do you remember your first club you ever did?
Oh, my first club.
The Arena. Let me find it.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
I think that was me, baby.
No,
I think that was me too.
That's not it. I've DJed there. But no, I do remember it. It was this little like tiny like Mexican restaurant spot in Tustin called El Patio.
El Patio.
Yeah, super like Mexican spot. And some guys that I had just met, like they're still my friends to this day.
Yeah.
We're like, yo, we're doing this Halloween event. Like, are you down? Drop a set. Like, no pay. Like, we're just showing up. We're bringing the turntables, bringing everything. I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I remember. I still have the flyer. I still have the flyer at home.
That's dope.
This was 05.
Yeah.
This is 05. So like 5 years after I started DJing. And yeah, nobody showed up. It was super dead. It was just like 10, 15 DJs in there, and then like a few like friends, but super dead, you know.
Yeah,
that was my like first gig.
Yeah,
I mean, I still DJed, nobody was there, but that was my first gig.
Yeah. And do you feel like when you were doing like quinceañeras and all that shit has helped you for the long run? Like, because it kind of makes you an open format DJ too. Like, were you prepared for any type of gig?
Yeah, definitely. You know, because quinceañeras, it's all like you're all over the place with it. You know, you have like kids, you have like the tias, the tios, the drunk people. So like you're catering to everybody. You know what I mean?
Dog.
You're catering to like. Yeah, everybody. So you're dropping like the current stuff, and then they want like, no, I want cumbia. Like, no, I want banda. So you're like, you got to be on your toes. You know what I mean? Switch it up real quick.
I remember like when I really started doing quinceañeras, they'd be like, yo, I want Spanish music. I will always start with like Selena.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, no. We want like banda. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, I'll be like, damn, I wasn't prepared for this type of shit. So I feel like those gigs help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they definitely like help because you're all over the place with it. You're catering to everybody, so you're learning a lot. You know?
And I got some questions, bro. Because fucking
was good.
I got some Instagram questions and I wrote them down.
Okay.
And these are all from people from Instagram. And then let's start from the jump.
I saw
bro.
a lot of these questions.
Yeah, you saw lots. So
I prepped up.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm like, I had to.
So first one is from DJ Demo, and he says America or Chivas.
Bro, I told him like a week ago. He like was hating on America. Like, don't ever disrespect me like that.
Nah, I feel you. Hey, you know what? After this, let me know who that is, man. Can't disrespect.
I'm like, bro, that's like me like saying like go Giants. You know what I mean? Like, because he's such a big like Dodger fan. But I'm like, nah, we're just playing.
You're like, nah, we're cool.
I like the Dodgers.
Love you,
too,
Demo. Nah, puro America. You already know, bro.
So, because you're a big soccer fan.
Yeah, bro.
That's like your.
That's my like favorite sport. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Next question, bro. This is from Carlo. He said, favorite Mexican food.
What up, Carlo? I gotta say enchiladas, probably.
Enchiladas?
Okay.
Like, I like everything, bro.
Yeah.
As you can tell, I got the belly. Like, I love food. So, like, anything that's Mexican, like, I'm pretty much open to anything. Just, like, I won't eat onions. Like, when I, like, get my tacos, like, I hate putting onions.
Not even, like, grilled, nothing? Like,
grilled onions are cool.
Yeah.
But, like, the
raw?
Nah,
The raw
I don't mess with that.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to talk.
All right, this is a good question. This is from Mitchell de Guzman, man. He said, how long and how often do you practice your craft? I think it's important for new DJs to know what it takes to be that good.
Well, like I said, like nowadays, like probably like twice a week. But if I'm working like on a video routine or like something like that, like I'll practice that like a few more like times or whatever. So like if I'm putting out a video tomorrow, like the day before, I'll just kind of go in there and like, practice a routine because, you know, once you're like recording, you know, you don't want to like be stuck there doing a billion takes. So you want to kind of like already have it down, you know. So, you know, like a good hour, like 2 times a week. Yeah. But this is just now, you know what I mean? But like before it was more. Before I was locking myself in the room, like when I was like still learning, you know, like every day, like a good 3 hours, you know? Because
you feel like when you get that shot where like, you know, you want gigs, if somebody wants to shoot you a gig, you got to be ready for that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like now, you know, maybe for new DJs, they feel like they need to build their brand first rather than their skill set? Like, do you feel like that's a thing now? Like, where they'll be like, yo, I got to build their brand rather than the skill set first?
Yeah, I do notice that a little more nowadays, and you can't blame them because of social media and just it's just a different world today. You know what I mean? Yeah. Back then, there was no social media, so it's like all you could do was just practice, and that's it. You know what I mean? Word of mouth, get some gigs, and that was it. But yeah, I feel like it might get a little twisted nowadays. I mean, I like to see it see more of the skill set first, and then the marketing aspect of it like later. Yeah. But I mean, that's just my opinion. You know?
I feel that. All right, DJ Precise, shout out to Precise. He says, I want to know Fuze's top 5 rappers, top 5 NBA players, and top 5 LA DJs not on power.
Damn. That's a tough one.
Precise came with the
on the spot.
All
right, so top 5
rappers.
In no order, okay?
Yeah, no order.
Nas, Tupac, Biggie, obviously. Eminem, is that 4?
Yeah, you got 4.
That's a tough one. I'm gonna throw in Snoop in there.
Snoop, yeah, legend.
A little more West Coast. List, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then top 5 NBA players.
I gotta go with Kobe.
I
saw that question earlier, so I kind of thought about it.
But now you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I saw that question earlier. Precise. Yeah, Kobe for sure. I'm a diehard Laker fan, so Kobe's up there. You know.
Yeah.
Jordan, obviously. Magic. You gotta throw LeBron in there, you know what I mean? Like he still got some unfinished business, but you gotta throw LeBron in there, and that's 4, right?
Yeah.
Damn. You gotta say Kareem. Yeah. Another Laker.
How do you feel about AD coming to the Lakers?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. It doesn't guarantee anything, but I'm glad it happened quick. You know, obviously earlier, like there was like trade talks during the season. I'm like, and obviously that didn't go well. Yeah. But like now it just kind of like, all right, out of nowhere. Yeah. He's coming. Like, cool. Like, dope.
Were you happy when LeBron came to LA?
Yeah.
Were you did you dislike him before he was in LA?
Yeah.
I feel the same way. But why do you feel people still hate him? Do you just feel like that are Laker fans? Do you just feel like it's just so much on Kobe?
I think people are so in love with Kobe.
Yeah.
They're so attached to him that they're like they don't want to let that go. But it's like, dude, you gotta let it go, man.
He retired already.
Yeah, he's already like retired. Like he's not even like watching all the games. Like, you know, like we gotta move on.
He's being a dad. He's posted.
LeBron came over. Like, yeah, he has a different pass and stuff, but I mean, come on, it's LeBron.
Yeah, bro.
And we had a bad season, but you know, things can change this season.
You think he's gonna be able to win a championship for us? At least one?
I think so.
At least one, right?
But it would suck for his legacy, but I think he's gonna make it happen. You know,
with AD too. I mean, like you said, it doesn't guarantee nothing, but shit. From what I heard is that they might buy a lot of second-round picks and build out from there.
Yeah,
they said they might get another max contract also.
That'd be dope. Yeah. I mean, they got rid of some like younger players that had a bright future, but you got to go for it, man.
Yeah,
like, you can't just rely on the fact that like, oh, they might turn into like stars. Like, nah, dude, AD's already a star. Like,
and
go
he's
for
young
it now.
too.
Yeah,
he's young.
Yeah. So I'm happy.
I'm all for it. Yeah. I'm with you. All right,
and I'm ready for next season.
Yeah, me too, dog. Yeah. Top 5 LA DJs.
Not on power, right?
Yeah, not on power.
Yeah, Steve Dub's one of my favorites. Shout out to the homie Steve Dub. Dynamics, Melody, Beat Junkies, Mr. Chalk. And not on Power because there's some of my favorites. That's 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did I say Mr. Chalk?
Yeah.
Now I got to think about the last one, but yeah, those guys.
Yeah,
some of my favorites.
Yeah, man, those are legends.
You know what? I got to shout out Koki because like growing up, like Koki was my favorite power mixer. He's no longer there, but yeah, shout out to Koki. Like to this day, he's like every time I would hear him drop sets on Power and the jump flop mixes, I was like, man, he's on some next level shit.
I remember watching that YouTube video of him doing the jump off like live. I was like, I feel like I got 40 flies in my mouth because I was like, just watching that shit, like that is fucking crazy.
Shout out to Koki.
Yeah, dog. And then did you look up to when you barely started DJing? Did you look up to like Jazzy Jeff, like those type of DJs or?
Well, like I said like earlier, like I kind of got into it like for like by accident, you know. So I was just kind of like, I wanted to scratch like the dudes like on like from Linkin Park, DJ Lethal from Limp Bizkit. So I was just trying to make the scratch sounds because that's all I would see on TV.
Yeah.
But then little by little, I'm like, okay, like this is more like some hip hop culture. Like a turntable is not necessarily like a rock and roll like alternative thing. It's a hip hop thing, you know?
Yeah.
So I started putting things together, going on forums. I'm like, damn, this is how they rock on Power with the 2 turntables and a mixer. So when I started getting more into like DJing, it was the power mixers that I looked up to.
So did you feel like in the beginning you kind of were going the turntablist route at a sense, like a little bit, and then, or do you feel like it was just because you really didn't know what it was, like?
I was just trying to mess around and get something down, you know. It wasn't really like, you know, I was like, I just wanted to like learn the art form, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, it's so cool to like rock doubles and like go back and forth and scratch and then acapella and
all that shit.
Yeah, like I guess turntablism, but the power mixers were the guys I looked up to, and that's why, you know, like I'm like, I want to be a power mixer one day.
Dream come true.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Hey, going back to those questions, I know we were talking about Kobe and Lakers, and then he said America Chivas. How do you feel this past week something happened? An Americanista went to Chivas. How do you feel about that?
I'm kind of butthurt about it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man. But it's a business, you know what I mean? It's a business, and at the end of the day, like I gotta remind myself, Oribe Peralta wasn't like, he didn't start with America, you know. He started somewhere else, so it's not his first. He's not his first like love or team or whatever you want to call it. So it's a business, you know. Yeah. Like it just kind of like does bother me that when he was with America, he would call America the biggest team in Mexico, like el más grande. And now he's with Chivas. Now he's saying that about Chivas. It's just like, bro, come on. Like,
I've seen a lot of videos that's all like, yo, are you serious right now,
bro? Come on.
Who got more titles?
But when with America, he gave us championships. So, you know, I'm grateful for that, you know? Can't like completely hate him, you know?
No, yeah.
Just a little salty right now, you know?
A little bit of ventiness.
Yeah,
cool,
you know.
How to get that on my chest.
Let me see. Next question. This is from DJ Relo. He said, what's the most interesting story that has happened at a venue out in LA, and what are the biggest obstacles you have had to overcome in the DJ scene?
The most interesting thing that's happened at a venue. Damn, there's probably a lot that I can't remember right now, but I'm going to tell that story that I told you guys earlier.
Okay.
Like recently, I won't even name the spot.
Yeah.
But recently, and it was the night was kind of like slow. Mm-hmm. And I had some friends on stage, and we're just kind of like, I was doing my thing, like playing or whatever. But I was still kind of going back and like chatting with my friends real quick because it was really slow, you know? I was able to do that. Yeah. But I was still mixing. I wasn't like completely like not doing my job. Anyway, like later on in the night, my buddy goes up to the front of the stage and like he goes up to the group of people. So I just thought he was like trying to like talk to them, make friends or whatever. And he comes back. He's like, yo, like I had to check those guys real quick. I'm like, why? What's up? He's like, they were booing you. I'm like, really? I didn't even hear it. He's like, but bro, don't even trip. Like don't even think about doing anything. Like I talked to them. They're young. They're drunk. Like no big deal, you know? So then I'm like, those guys right there? He's like, yeah. He's like, but no, do it. Like, don't do that. And then I freaking walked away and I went up to him. I'm like, yo, you guys talking shit?
He was like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, oh shit.
He said, which one of you motherfuckers?
Yeah.
And that ain't Fuse.
And then they like look up and like kind of give me that scared look. They weren't expecting, you know? But then they walk up, like kind of like with that more of that like tough look on their face, like, what do you want to do, you know? And then I'm like, dude, do people go to your job and talk shit to you? And they like look at me like, no. I'm like, well, fucking watch your mouth, motherfucker. Yeah. And I walk back to the booth. But partly, I'm not going to act like I'm super tough like that because I'm not, you know? Like, you guys know me. I'm kind of quiet and shit. I'm on my own business. But the security guys were right next to me. So I'm like, if anything popped off, they were going to have my back, you know? So that was part of it, too. But that was, you know.
When that shit was going on, the security took a bathroom break. You're like, oh, never mind.
I saw him looking from the corner of his eye like, is something going down? Like, nothing happened. And then the dudes later came up and apologized to my friends. I'm like, why are you apologizing to them? Apologize to me.
You were booing me.
Yeah, you were booing me, bro.
Bro, that is.
But the crazy part is that people were dancing. Like, it's like, dude, like, if you're going to come out, like, have a good time or go somewhere else if you're not enjoying the music. You know what I mean? Because everyone else was.
I don't get it.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Don't get it,
we talked
bro.
about last night. I think you can't please everybody.
You can't. You really can't.
In this business, you just can't.
Bro, with anything in life, pretty much, you know what I mean?
Every episode, I always had to vent because it's a frustration that we because, bro, it's like, I don't think people understand how frustrating that could be for a DJ, bro. It's like,
that doesn't get talked out.
That fucks up your vibe. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that shit is rude as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Or the phone in your face. I don't know if you had that. Like, I'm sure you had the request, but it's like, I don't know, bro.
You know what first comes to mind when I see stuff like that? I'm like, damn, your parents suck.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
It's like,
no
you know
manners.
What I mean? Yeah, dog, because, you know, you got the good, like, yo, excuse me, can you record? You're like, all right, cool. I'm still not going to play. No, but, you know, but you got the cool, nice, like, yo, and then you're like, all right, cool. But you got people that are like, se pasan, dog. You just,
verga.
bro, it's too much, bro. It's just like, I don't,
chill.
like, what, like, I don't know what they think that's going to, like, what's going to happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro.
I think people are so used to, like, being the aux cable monitor and shit when they're going to the fucking club.
Yeah, but they take that shit too serious. Yeah, they think it's too. They take that job too serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, bro.
It's like, you know, when you go to Buffalo Wild Wings, and you can like. You can get on the app and change the song. Yeah. They kind of want to do that at the club, you know what I mean? But it's like, bro, it's not like that.
Yeah, they're like,
not Buffalo Wild Wings.
I got my Buffalo Wild Wings app, so what's up? It's not working.
Like, no, it doesn't work that way,
yeah,
bro.
Put your airdrop on. What the fuck, you know?
Either like enjoy it or bounce, man. There's other bars, you know?
I don't know, bro. What people that are listening, don't do that, man. Just
don't be that guy.
Yeah, keep it cool. You know what I'm saying?
Just chill, have a drink, and keep it moving, you know?
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm not bad.
No, it's all good. Let's talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? But the last part, he said, what are the biggest obstacles you have had to overcome in the DJ scene?
Wow. Probably something I'm still like trying to get better at. Mm-hmm. Like the whole mic situation. Yeah. Like talking on the mic is like always been like a fear of mine. For like real? even in like school, like I hated going up in front of like everybody and like giving a speech or a presentation. I dreaded that. Still to this day, I hate that, bro.
Is it because people are like all eyes on you type of shit?
Yeah. Like right now I'm cool with you guys because it's just us. But like in a big room of people, like I that's like one of my biggest fears. Man. Yeah, I know, but you know, no, like that's always been one of my fears. So like I'm still trying to get better at it, but I've been obviously a little more open to it, like talking on the mic at my gigs, and it's just like, dude, it is what it is. Just be you, say some shit, and you know, have fun with it.
What do you think it is? You think it's just because you can hear yourself like talk loud, or you just kind of like, wait, what the fuck? Like
I overthink it. I'm an overthinker, so I'm always like, oh, like what are they gonna? And then like sometimes I mumble, so then it's like, oh man, they're gonna laugh at me. Like
that shit always used to happen to me. He fucking threw me like he threw me in the fucking fire one day, dude. I'm not gonna forget that shit. So we went to Universal Studios. And he's on like, yo, you're gonna open for me like MC and shit, you know, while I do it. And I was just like, oh fuck, I know I fucked up. Yeah. And then there was another DJ goes by the DJ Juice, right? It was that time.
I'm trying to remember where
Fusion. Was it Fusion? Okay. And he came up to me. He's all like, yo, can you open up for me? And I was like, okay. And then it was his birthday. I don't know if you remember that.
I'm trying to remember. Now I'm like, fuck.
It was his birthday, dude. The only way I got out of it, I was just like, yo, let's sing happy birthday to this dude real quick. And I was like, fuck.
Super awkward, huh?
Yeah, it was awkward, bro. And I was barely getting like the hang of it, like, oh, how to talk to the mic. And I was like, man, fuck you, bro.
Because Raj was like, you know, because Raj was like, yo, you know, because, you know, he comes out to my gigs, right? And then I was like, for me, I'm like, all right, what else can we do for them to do more stuff instead of just kicking it, you know? So Raj was like, like, all right, you know what? Like, let me start hopping on the mic. And I was like, all right, we'll do it. But Raj, you know, like you said, like when we're chilling, like, you know, Raj is outgoing as fuck. But it's something weird when you get a mic, bro. Like it's something where you feel like these nerves. So I remember like him a few times getting on the mic and just like doing that shit, you know what I mean? Like,
not to be messed up, sorry Q, but I was like, yeah. That voice that was never there, fam.
Hey, but fuck it. I mean, I feel like it's something to just work on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just one of those things like you just got to do it and not think about it too much, and before you know it, you're just, you know, more comfortable with it.
Yeah, I mean, shit, Jesse Jeff doesn't talk in the mic. He talks with his hands, you know what I'm saying?
There it is.
You know what I mean? All right, let me see. Another question we got at West Coast Dave. He said, if DJ Fuze had one wish, a rapper or a rap group he would want to be touring with, who would it be? Past or present?
What up, Dave? That's a homie right there.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. That's a super tough one. You know what? I'd have to say Kendrick. I don't know why. Like, me and my boy C's, like, we'll talk sometimes like, yo, how dope would it be to tour with for an artist, you know?
Yeah.
For a rapper. And then, like, for some reason, we always bring up, like, Kendrick.
Yeah.
Like, Kendrick, you know? Because that's, like, one of our favorite, like, current, like artists out there. So, I think Kendrick, because it's obviously he's still relevant. Like, we're still DJing. So, it'd be dope to, like, do it now, you know? But obviously, I mean, who DJs? I don't know who DJs for him, but
I'm trying to think.
I'm sure that job's already taken.
Yeah,
but that'd be dope.
You never know.
That'd be dope.
You know?
Hell yeah.
What about past? Fuck it. I'm gonna add my own little question with it. What about fuck it? I'm putting a little my side song in it. Yeah.
Like someone who passed away, you mean?
Yeah.
Or still alive, it don't matter.
Not Biggie. Have you guys seen that video when
he does it to DJ what's his
name?
name? It's tough, bro. When he throws a water bottle?
Yeah. Because like the record skips or like he like scratches it the wrong way or something. Yeah, not Biggie.
Bro, you never seen that video?
Nah, I gotta see that now.
Yeah, but just to talk about it, like I forgot where they were at, but it was a concert.
Yeah,
and if I'm not mistaken, I think the DJ passed away too. So rest in peace to Biggie and the DJ, but I can't remember the name. But I remember, bro, that when I saw that video, I was like, "Fuck!" That's nerve wracking because. At that time, it wasn't Serato. You see, that's the thing too. Yeah, I think the vinyl was skipping, right? Like, if I'm not mistaken, like it was like the vinyl was kind of like.
Was it skipping
or I don't know if he was off, but he was rapping, and I think he tried to. I don't know if he was throwing in a record.
Yeah, I think he was like I think he was freestyling or something, and then like, you know, the DJ tried to like scratch you know, kind of like bring the record back, and he brought it back the wrong
something
like
wrong
that spot or something, and it just threw off Biggie.
Yeah, he was like, but.
And he's like, "You're fucking me up."
He's like, "You're fucking up. Can we please go without you fucking up?" And it was like, and he gets the water bottle and just fucking throws that shit. Man. And then the DJ just looks at him, and I'm like, "Bro, yeah." So not Biggie,
not Biggie. I mean, Eminem hasn't passed away, so I think Eminem. Like, I've always been a big fan of his.
Yeah.
I remember watching the Up in Smoke tour DVD. I'm like, damn, I should have gone to that. Like, I never got a chance to go to that tour. And just seeing his performance and how like hot he was like in the late 90s, early 2000s, like I gotta go with Eminem. You know?
Do you feel like you're one to go out a lot? Like, do you go out a lot when you're not DJing, or are you more of like?
That's another thing. Like, I've never been like good at. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I get the night off, I'm like, I'm so tired. Like, you know, from going like hard during the week. Like, I just want to chill. You know, catch up on sleep. So. But here and there, I do get a chance to like go slap hands and stuff. But for the most part, no, I'm more like, let's take it easy.
What about concerts? Are you like you like going to concerts and stuff like that?
Not as much anymore. Like when I was younger, I was everywhere. I remember going to my first Powerhouse when I was like 16. Shit. I was there like every year, like all the Power 106 concerts, like
crazy.
Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park. Like, damn. I was everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, but I think that's just like being young type of thing. You know, and now like. Think about it more now, you know. I'm like, now we got the mortgage, you know, all these bills. I'm like, I think about it a little more now, you know.
Yeah, no, I feel it. Yeah. Let me see what other question we got.
Hold on. Speaking about like the mortgage and anything, something happened on June 12, 2015.
Oh damn, Roger got receipts.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
June 12, 2015.
And that was about like what 7 days ago, 4 years ago.
Roger was going through your Instagram.
He
was creeping. He was making sure he didn't double tap.
Some keys. A picture of some keys. A picture with some keys.
When me and my girl first moved in together.
That's
damn,
right.
bro.
Yeah, he be looking.
Hope my girl's not listening.
Shit.
No, yeah. That was we moved into the little condo in Montebello. Yeah, 4 years ago. That's crazy. Yeah. That was a big day. Because honestly, that was the first time like moving out of my parents' house.
Okay.
So it was different for me, you know.
And for you, like to do that big move as a DJ, was it hard?
Like moving, like
and with somebody, and you moving out your parents with like your whole.
No, if anything, it made it just easier.
For real?
Because my parents lived very far,
Mm-hmm.
so I always had to commute like an hour plus to anywhere I went.
Oh,
and
shit.
when we moved, it was closer to the city, so I was going from like an hour and 15 minutes to my gigs, and now it's like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I was like, bro, I'm in heaven.
Shit, so that was very
yeah. For me, it was like a big, like, you know,
okay,
big change. Yeah, in a good way, you know.
Yeah.
And then speaking of, you know, moving out and all that stuff, like when I saw a video, bro, and I told you, I was like, yo, man, I was happy for you when you got engaged. You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that feel, bro? Is that like? Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah. You know, when you finally get the one and you know it's really gonna work out. Like, yeah, you know, like I've been through situations, but like with my girl, with Amy, like it has all like just went smoothly. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's just happened, and we haven't really thought about it too much. It's just like perfect timing. You know what I mean? Like we're both the same age. Everything is cool. Like we're both on the same page about things. Like just trying to like grow together and be together. Like no drama, no BS, and it's just been a blessing. You know what I mean? So,
bro, how helpful is that? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, you know, when you hear a DJ, you know, we get this stigma of like, all right, you're a DJ. Oh, you a hoe. Oh, you can't keep a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You get all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Your friend's a DJ, you're a hoe too.
Oh yeah, you're a hoe too. And I'm like, oh, that's my boy. You know what I'm saying? But you know, being a DJ, bro, like how, like finding that person, like how helpful is that? You know what I'm saying? Like in just so many areas, like when you have someone that supports what you do.
That's like the best thing in the world. You know what I mean? Because like with Amy, when we first started dating, was it 6 years ago? Yeah. Like she wanted to be at my gigs, but it was just because it was fun. You know, we started dating, so like I would invite her. She would come out. She'd bring a friend, whatever, have some drinks. But then like after like 6-9 months, she was like over it. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, so it was. I think because at the time I think we were like 27. I want to say. Mm-hmm. So it's like we're already kind of like a little older, so it's like we're not trying to party every weekend. So like, she came out and then she was like, all right, I'm over it. I gotta like stay in. I work too much during the week. Yeah, can't be out all the time, you know. Yeah. But I do hear stories about dudes that like have to go through that struggle where like their girl doesn't trust them. But I've never really gone through that because you know me, bro. Like I'm super like, if a girl tried to hit on me and I was single, like I wouldn't even like do anything.
Get away from me.
Yeah, like don't talk to me. Bro, like I'm the worst. I have no game. Like you guys can tell, like I'm not that type of dude. So like I've never like gone through that issue. You know what I mean? Like, so you know, I can't relate too much. You know what I mean when it comes to that.
No, but that's dope, man. Because it's like I feel like that's the ultimate goal is for you to love your job and do what you do and find someone that supports that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just awesome. You know?
Yeah, I mean? She's always been super supportive. Like whatever I gotta do, she doesn't care, bro. She's like, go make your money, do what you gotta do, and like. She's asleep and I'm still like up, like watching TV, trying to stay awake because I got to go to my gig in like 3 hours. She's already in bed, and I get home, she's still in bed. Like it's crazy, but you know, it's the DJ life, you know? What I mean?
Yeah, staying up late hours.
Yeah, that's what it is, you know?
No, hell yeah. All right, let me see another question. Shit, we got from Connor. He said, I feel like we already asked that, but let me see. What are some good ways to further develop scratching skills?
Nah, we haven't.
You haven't?
No, but damn, I'm like the worst when it comes to that question. I get that asked a lot, but
I feel like people always want to know about you, huh? Like,
yeah, but to be honest, like I tell them, and I feel like they think I don't want to like tell them secrets or something, but I'm being real. Like, I just tell them, like, bro, like just go in there and like practice, like literally get on the turntables and mess around. Yeah, like a lot of the things that I've learned, like just come from like by like accident, by just like messing around and pick something up. I've never been one to like watch a video and learn something. Like I don't know, for some reason it's never worked for me. So it's just like go in the room, like drop some songs and just mess around and keep doing it, you know? Yeah. So something starts sounding good, like keep doing it and just eventually something will sound right, you know?
Yeah. No, hell yeah. Dang. And then Frank said the same thing. He said, "How does he practice his cuts?" People really want to know. People really want to know how you scratch.
I get asked a lot. Like,
yeah,
and like dudes like just kind of like stay quiet when I like tell them that. I'm like, dude, like don't get mad. Like, that's I'm keeping it real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel it, dog. No,
yeah,
I feel
bro.
it. And then at Q on Air, he asked a lot of weird questions, but this is the only good question I could come up with. He said, "City Girls or Cardi B?" So I don't know if he means the hottest records out by artists, or I don't know.
Because they have a record together.
Shout out to Q, but he on some random
What's up,
shit.
Q?
Yeah.
Like damn, like looks wise.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not
gonna do that because you're engaged and Q's trying to set
no,
us up.
No.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
Q.
lie. Like, I still haven't fully watched that one. Was it the twerk video where they were like, with Cardi and Miami and that whole thing? Like, I haven't watched the entire video, so like I'm not gonna sit here and like I don't even know what they look like. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like so, I guess Cardi. You know what I mean? Yeah. I fuck with I love Cardi. You know, I love that she has no filter. She just like talks shit. Like she don't give a fuck. I love that because I'm definitely not like that. So
bro, I'm just like, dog, every time we talk, it's like you super helpful and shit, like, and I think that's super dope. You know what I'm saying? But now with all the knowledge that you have, you know what I'm saying, years in the game, what's things that you would have told your younger self or you told younger DJs? What is something that you feel like you could advise young DJs? You know what I mean?
Damn. I mean, I say this a lot too, like for like younger DJs, like dude, just have fun with it in the beginning. You know what I mean? Don't think about it as a job, like baby steps. You know what I mean? Fall in love with the craft, like have fun with it, and then the gigs will come. You know what I mean? Yeah. All that other extra stuff, the gigs, like all the good looks, like they're gonna come eventually. So just have fun with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because you don't want to be that guy that blows up and just because like you're like celebrity on social media and then like you show up to the gig and you're not that good, you know what I mean? Yeah. So like just like baby steps, eventually like you'll grow in different areas of the game and
And as far as also as a financial aspect, I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about like, money. I feel like once you talk about money, people get weird, you know what I'm saying? But I think one thing is that people have to know too, and maybe for upcoming DJs, that sometimes, the DJ shit is like, it could be popping and then sometimes it won't be popping, you know what I'm saying? So do you feel like, at times you didn't want to DJ no more? You feel like you probably wanted to quit?
There's been like numerous times where I was like, I don't know if I want to do this, and you get frustrated because it's not the easiest job. You know what I mean? It's like people see it from the outside and they're like, oh, you're good, like you're on the radio, like you're doing clubs, like you're probably rich. I'm like, no. I mean, I'm not like poor either. I'm blessed. Everything's good, but it's definitely a different type of business. Like we're not like the typical like 9-to-5ers where like we go to work and we collect the check. It's a different vibe, you know what I mean? So like, there's some guys that have to like go and have a little 9-to-5 on the side. Like, it's totally understandable, but it's the cool part about DJing is that it's so fun that we just love this and we just want to keep doing it. You know what I mean?
No, hell yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome, bro. And then I seen that you've been doing videos for DJ City, right?
Yeah.
So kind of walk us through that. Like, what is that like that you're doing?
So I've been doing it for 3 months. It's called a 20-year view. Mm-hmm. So pretty much it's a monthly video series. And what I do is I take records from 1999 and then like I find the hottest records from today, from 2019. So it's like a 20-year thing. And we do it every month. So the first one was April of 99 versus April 2019. Okay. And every month, obviously it like switches over to the next month. And you just try to find the hottest records. And obviously you got to limit yourself with what was popping and what acapellas you can find and what like you have available. You can't just like start making up records. And it's like you got to really limit yourself with what's out there, but mash them up and make a quick 2-3 minute video and just go all in, Yeah.
And then what made you start doing videos, like where you started doing it like on your gram? Do you just what made you?
Start doing that? That's probably a time where I felt like a little frustrated with the whole DJ game. I'm like, bro, like I'm not like your typical like guy on the mic. Like I've never been like comfortable on the mic. So I'm like, well, how can I like put my stuff out there, without like having to do that. So I'm like, like I'm more about like scratching and like skills and kind of like the turntablism scene or whatever. So I'm like, I've seen like other dudes kind of like be successful with it. I'm like, I just got to buy a little camera and record myself and come up with some sets and see where it takes me. And so far it's been good. You know what I mean? Like not all of them are like, it's like very hit and miss. You know, some of them are like, you think you're like, yeah, people are gonna love this, and then you get like 3 comments and you're like, oh, never mind, you know.
Like all that editing for nothing.
yeah, right. But then like there's others where you're like, whoa, like all kinds of comments, and it's like, wow, it was worth it, you know.
Yeah. And then I seen that you also do like what is it called, active entertainment?
Yeah. Shout out to my boy Detox. Yeah, so pretty much it's a production company. We do a lot of like stuff for like high schools and stuff like that, like even like weddings, just different corporate events, mainly high schools. We show up to the gig, we set up, we throw a party basically, you know, whatever the school wants, whatever they need. My boy Detox got it. We show up and we're a family, like we're all friends. We come in there and work, and it's always a good time, you know?
Yeah. And do you feel like that's good for DJs, is to collaborate too, in a sense, where it's just like, it shouldn't just be like, all right,
solo dolo?
Yeah, like solo dolo. Like it's good for DJs to kind of have a community and stuff like that. Like,
of course, like I've always been about like doing different things in the DJ world. You know what I mean? I've never liked to just be like one thing. You know what I mean? Like that's why like I like doing high schools. Like I'll still do weddings. Like, you know, I do like the sports games, like anything that comes up. Like I'm open for it. Like I love DJing and it's fun. You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like you got to have a variety of things that you do. It can't just be like, oh, I just do the radio and the clubs. Like, I mean, to each their own, but like that's just me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So how you feeling right now, man? You know what I'm saying? It's been over 10 years DJing. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel overall? You feel pretty good at where you're at? Like you feel like there's a lot more milestones you want to hit? Like what's the game plan for you? What are the goals you wanna have?
What's next for Mr. Fuze?
Damn, bro. I mean, right now I'm just trying to like keep making these videos, and you know that's the world we're in right now. Like the whole video, social media, like that's what's popping right now. So I'm trying to just like get better at that, like get more ideas popping and have fun with it, and we'll see what comes up. You know, like hopefully like one day I'd love to tour with an artist. That'd be the ultimate goal at this point. You know what I mean? Yeah. So obviously I love the radio, so never gonna stop doing that. Like that's honestly like radio is like the most fun I have DJing is when I'm doing the radio. And people are like, why? Like playing the same songs over and over. I'm like, bro, it's like it's different. Like so much programming, like so much goes into it that people don't even know about. Like to me it's just really fun. And I mean, you know, you do it too. Like it's a vibe. You know what I mean? It's different in the clubs. In the clubs, like sometimes like you mess up a little bit and you're like, they're drunk. Like they're not gonna notice. But on the radio, like you gotta be like, if you're gonna do something, like make sure you're not doing too much, because if you mess up, it just sounds bad on it.
Bro, people hear everything on the radio.
Yeah.
It's like they could hear you breathing. like it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like you fuck up a little bit, like you're looking at your phone like, am I gonna get a text right now? You know what I'm saying? Like you never know, bro.
Hey, do you feel that now that you guys are in the industry of DJing on air and being behind the scenes, that you can't enjoy radio as much because you guys know like when people mess up or when people don't do what they have to do? And like for me, or I'm not gonna say for me because I kind of already know a little bit more of an ear person, but to the normal person, like you said, they wouldn't like have known. But to you, you'll be like, oh yeah, no, he fucked up like on this and this and that. And to the normal ear person, he'll be like, for real? Because that shit sounded like they just played the next track. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess it kind of takes a little bit of the fun away, you know, like just knowing like what like is going on like on the radio, and you know, like when it comes to DJing. But you know, you always got to try to listen. You know, like I'm on the way to the gig and I'll be listening to them. Like, what are they playing that like I should be playing tonight? You know, I'm like, oh damn, that one song. Like, so it's always helpful to like keep the radio on, and you know, you can't stop learning. You know what I mean?
Right.
And taking like notes from other DJs and stuff. You know?
Yeah, I think that's the thing too. Like you said, like sometimes, you know, I feel like as DJs when we're not DJing, we're like, okay, cool, this is a night to work on just not going out. But I feel like sometimes when I've decided to go out, I feel like I learned something new that could add to my DJ set. That's weird. I don't know why, but I feel like that works for me. You know what I'm saying? Where you'd be like, oh shit, like that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But like going to what he said, I feel like I don't feel like that with radio, but I feel like that when I go out to the club, where I'm like, I want to go out and not worry not hear what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be like that, because then I just feel like I'm just listening for something to happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of like, I just want to have a good time.
You know, when you're like you're at the club and you're like, you get there early and just talking to your friends, and you're like in the middle of a conversation and then you hear kind of like something like sketchy like from the other DJ. You ever notice like how you stop talking? Like,
you're like
hold on real quick.
Yeah, but then you know I look like that asshole. You're that guy. You know what I mean? You're just like, no, I'm just chilling.
I think that's just with everything. I feel like if you work on a specific field that comes to like entertainment or something, that it kind of messes you'll be like, I do that for a living, so I kind of know. You wouldn't know, but I kind of know like a couple things. And I feel like it's a win-lose situation, because you're winning because obviously you're doing it, but it's losing because you lose the feeling of like, oh fuck, like you say, you go to the club or you do other things and now you know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it does burn you out a little bit, you know, because you're at work so much, you're doing what you love, but sometimes like you go home and you're like, man, like I just want to like not listen to anything, you know what I mean? Just want to read a book or something, you know? Yeah. But it's like little phases, you know? Then like you're like, nah, like
it's me.
Turn it on. Gotta show love to my station, you know? Like
what do you find your escape is like when you're not around music, or do you, any of that sort? What is something that you feel is like your escape? Is it like
I'm big on sports, so like I'm always watching something, you know what I mean? Like today I was watching like part of like a soccer game, like Argentina, like even though like I don't even root for those teams, I was just like, all right, like
Messi scored, huh?
Messi scored, penalty. But I'm always watching some sort of like sport, like, you know, I'm a Laker fan, I'm a Dodger fan, America when it comes to soccer, and Mexico obviously, so there's always something going on. And I love football, but I've never really had a team.
I feel you.
But I'm always watching, you know, whatever's on, like that's kind of like my little escape, you know what I mean?
I'm always trying to convince Fuze. I'm like, yo, Fuze, be a Niner fan.
Oh,
nice. He told me he was a Saint fan, to be honest.
Oh, he got the 3-1.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, like I've never had a team, so I never grew up with like an uncle or a dad that like, my dad's like always been in America, like a soccer fan, like since I was a kid, so that's all I ever known from him, that he only likes soccer, you know?
Yeah.
I never had like the typical uncle, like, yo, like I like the Raiders, or like, nah, I never had that. So growing up, they're like, who's your team? I'm like, dude, I don't have one. So I've always gone through phases where like, people are like, oh, you should be a Niner fan.
Yeah.
All right, I'll watch a game. I'll go watch a game with you guys in San Francisco. I'm like, I've gone to a Raider game. I've gone to a Bucks game. I've gone to like all kinds of games, but a Seahawks game, like I go through little phases where like, oh, I like the Seahawks. And then like the next season, I'm like, oh, I like the Rams. Like I'm such a casual football fan, but I love the sport. I love the sport. You know what I mean?
Nah, Fuze, you can't be doing that, man. Sorry, bro. I'm gonna tell you this right now. The Saints
break it down to me, bro.
Yeah, the Saints are about to win this year.
You're the Saints? You're Saints fan?
Baby, all day. Drew Brees, baby.
Okay.
See what I gotta deal with?
Like 80% of Americanistas go for the Saints. Just saying. Hey man, you're trying to reel them in. Like, just saying.
That's cool, bro. Like that's a crazy part about LA. Like everybody's a fan of like a different team.
Yeah.
Like you're a Niner fan. Like you're a Saints fan. Like my homie's a Raider fan. Like my other boy's a Steelers fan. Like Packers fan. Like.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
That's LA, because I mean we didn't have a team forever, you know, for like 20 years. So that's what it is.
No, I feel it, and this is just for me, bro, because I feel like every time around you, dog, I had to ask like a billion questions. But for me, like something I want to know from you, man, like how do you mentally prepare for a gig? Like how do you put yourself in that shift? You know what I'm saying? Is it where you just kind of you don't really? Because I noticed earlier you said you overthink a lot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Maybe not on everything, but in some things. And I feel like in some way I'm like that too, where I overthink everything. And then after I'm like, well, damn, why was I overthinking that? You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like you overthink a lot before a gig, or do you? How do you mentally prepare?
Like it depends. Like if it's a gig that I do a lot, like a residency, I just kind of go into it like it's just another day. You know what I mean? I don't think about it too much. But if it's a new spot, that's where I'll be like more nervous about it.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I don't know how this crowd's gonna react. I don't know what type of crowd comes in here. So that's a little nerve wracking, you know. But like after like 2-3 times of doing that spot, like you kind of get in your groove and stuff. But to be honest, if it's a new gig, I do research. You know what I mean? Like if it's out of town, like I'll do some research. Like what do they listen to out there? Like stuff like that.
That's good.
So that always helps. And then putting a playlist together, like I never really go off of it, but it helps just to like have a starting
like
point.
a rough draft in a sense.
Yeah, you know, just to kind of go off of it. Like you feel stuck, like you go back to that.
Yeah.
But with current gigs, it's just kind of like you show up, like you read the crowd, you know, and just go off of the vibe of the night. You know what I mean? Like
you ever feel like you had a gig where the crowd was just not responding, where you feel like you're like, God damn, like this probably working with me right now, or do you feel like
you get those from time to time? You know, it's just part of the game. You know what I mean? Like it's like a sport, like an athlete. You know, you're gonna have your good nights and your bad nights, and it's not necessarily like like anything against you. It's just like it is what it is. You know what I mean? And you just gotta like roll with it, and it's like fuck. It sucks in the moment, but what can you do? You know?
I feel like you built that tough skin for longevity and that.
Yeah,
you know,
it definitely helps over the years, just going through it, and makes you tougher, I guess, at the end of the day.
Because I feel like when I barely started DJing, like I will play all the hits like in 10 minutes, and I'll be like, oh shit, like I still got 4 hours left in this wedding. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, fuck.
Man, I just went half for 15 minutes.
Yeah, but I feel like that happened a lot to me in the beginning, bro. I didn't know, but like you said, that you have to go through those things.
You have to go through it.
You get nervous, bro. Like I remember when I started doing like quinceañeras and shit, bro. That's nerve wracking because like there's like older people looking at you and shit, and then it's like you don't know what to fucking kind of play, and then once you play like all the bangers and shit, you're like, all right, well, I still got 3-4 hours left. And you're like, all right, well, we got to figure it out.
Got to play everything like 10 more times.
You're like, we're going to run it again. We're going to hear Selena again. But it's all good. But man. But I know Roger he has a game he wants to play with you.
Yeah, I always have something called Would You Rather with Roy. You know? You feel me? I got my own little thing right here.
Okay.
You know, so there's a little few questions, you know. And we started with would you rather DJ for a whole year to all the spots you want, or wait 10 years to do that plus $5 million on the side?
Damn, $5 million. The fuck?
Damn. So a year DJing the gigs that you want
for like a whole year, all of them you want,
or
wait 10 years to do the same thing, but with $5 million on the side.
Oh wow. I'd have to take the first option because it's like that's a long time, you know. Like you're gonna miss out on a lot of like opportunities, and you never know what's gonna come along the way, you know.
That's good.
Yeah.
Would you rather travel the world as a DJ or travel the world as a tourist?
Damn. As a DJ, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a DJ, but I love traveling so much that like I'd do it regardless, you know what I mean?
All right. Would you rather be super talented at one thing, not DJing, or have one successful year as a DJ?
Damn. Wait, repeat that question again? You asked some good questions because like you have me kind of confused. I feel like I'm in school right now. I'm like I really got to think.
Would you rather be super talented at one thing? It can't be a DJ. Or would you rather have one successful year as a DJ?
Damn. The first option. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. After a bad day, would you rather hug your mom or your dad?
Damn, that's a tough one. I guess I'd say my mom, just because, you know, being like typical Hispanic kid, like dad's always out at work, you know, growing up, like your dad doesn't get home till like 7 p.m. or whatever. So naturally you're just around mom all day. Mom takes you to school. Mom picks you up. Mom cooks you dinner. Mom changes your diaper. So it's like you just feel a little more attached, at least for me, you know what I mean? Like with mom. But it doesn't mean I love one more than the other. It's just kind of like more like mommy's boy. Like shit, you know what I mean? I feel it. Yeah, like nowadays too, like when I have something to talk about, like I go to my mom first, you know what I mean? Nothing against my dad. Like he still ends up like talking to me, but it's just like first, like, you know?
It's just, I'd be doing the same shit.
Like, me too. Like, mami, ¿ayúdame con algo?
Yeah. All right. During an alien invasion, would you rather stay indoors or outdoors? Hey, I'm everywhere, baby.
He said, when Jesus comes, where you going to be at?
Indoors or outdoors?
Damn.
Is he gonna have a gun? Or you gotta give him some weapons.
Yeah, bro. You gotta paint the scenario.
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
He said inside safe or outside with all the aliens.
Let's say
I'd say inside because, you know, watching movies and stuff, like all kinds of crazy things can happen outside. Like the ground could crack.
You're right.
Like the electrical poles can fall. Like there's so much like dangerous shit out there, you know?
I feel that shit.
I didn't even think that deep.
I was like,
it's like the bridge is gonna fall on your head. Like, you know, at home it's just like the roof. It's not that bad, you know?
But you at home though.
Yeah, just the plasma. You good. You feel me?
All right, last question. Would you rather act as the villain in the movie or be the hero?
The hero for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't stand the bad guys, you know?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm always trying to be the good guy, you know? So,
hey, I like that.
He's like, I ain't trying to be Thanos. Fuck that.
Fuck that.
You saw what the fuck happened to Thanos. He didn't have those
bro.
gems.
I'm trying to be alive, you know what I mean? Yeah.
No, I feel that. Damn, Fuze, you're my guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you stopping by.
I had a good time.
Nah, man, it's like, I feel like when it comes to DJ shit, I could just talk to you forever, dog.
Yeah,
you know
I know we have some good conversations,
you know,
bro.
yeah.
Like,
That's
you
good,
know I'm always
man.
here to whatever you need, bro.
Man, let me see. You say you overthink a lot. Go back to that. I just want to say that.
Yeah.
do you feel like you go to the past a lot? Because I feel like I have that problem a lot with Raj. I always be telling him, like, I be thinking of shit from the past where I feel like I wish I could change, but you really can't. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, definitely think about certain things, like, sometimes, but I don't dwell on it. You know what I mean? I do, like, I remember, I should have done that, but I don't, like, get too stuck in that, like, like for a week, you know? It's like, it is what it is. Like, keep it moving, and just next time an opportunity comes, just try to be better, you know. That's life, you know what I mean? Like, you can't be perfect. You know, you're gonna have like those bumps, so it's like just gotta learn and keep it moving, you know what I mean?
And do you find it weird, like, when everybody always tells you, like, yo, Fuze, like, you're always so calm, you're always so patient? Do you feel like in a way that in the long run you're kind of like, well, fuck, like, that's just me? Like, why is that such a surprise in a sense?
Yeah.
Like, do you feel like that happens a lot where people are always like, yo, why are you always so calm? Like, why are you always so, and like, in a weird way, people expect you to be kind of like more out, like, loud or some shit? Like,
yeah. I feel like I get it like more now that I'm older. But when I was younger, they're like, dude, you don't talk. I'm like, bro, like, it just takes like a while for me to like like feel comfortable, you know what I mean? But once I do, like, I'm cool, you know what I mean? But I've always had that thing, like I said earlier, like, in a big room of people, like, I've always just kind of been like really shy, like, to like speak my mind, you know what I mean? But you know, like, my friends will tell me, like, this guy, like, doesn't shut up, you know what I mean? Like, my sister's like, you know, so it's just one of those things, you know. Like, there's certain times where, like, I'm like, just like, damn, this fool never talks. There's other times where, like, damn, shut up already, you know. So it's,
you gotta get me at a good time.
You know.
And then how do you feel when that, like, a lot of DJs like admire your work? Like, how does that make you feel? Like, when
it never gets old.
At one point you were like, man, I can't wait to work at Power. I can't wait to be a Power mixer. Where now it's like you're that dude where everybody wants to, like, practice, like, imitate, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's crazy.
In a weird way, it's like, for example, like, you know, when you think of athletes, you know, you think of Steph Curry, you think of how that changes the game, and how that, you know, you have young kids shooting 3-pointers when they can't make shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it changes the game. And it's like, for you, do you feel like, how does that make you feel when you're like that dude where people want to imitate? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, shit, it's crazy. You know what I mean? It never gets old. Like, I get a lot of youngsters, you know, in the LA area, because that's where I'm at. You know what I mean? So I know there's bigger name DJs that get more love, but like, in the LA area, like, I'm like it's crazy to see, like, when a 15 a 12-year-old hits me up, like yo, like you know, like, how do you do that? Or like, I really enjoy your mixes. Like, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It always kind of like makes shit all worth it. You know, like, everything you do is like people are like really listening and they appreciate it. You know, so it makes it all worth it for sure.
And people want to hear, people want to check you out. You're at Power 106. What time are you on Power?
So right now on the weekends, 12 to 3.
12 to 3?
Yeah, so, I mean, just stay tuned in. I'm on air all the time, so, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. And show love to Fuze, man, because he responds and shit. He be doing
bro,
the whole thing.
like, I love responding to people, you know? Like, even if it's like 3 days later, like, I'll respond and show love and be like, well, what's good? You know, I shoot people like follow back, like, let's be friends, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And show me love. Where can they find you? Like, what social?
So Instagram, DJ Fuze with a Z. Twitter, DJ Fuze 106. And you can find me on Facebook too, DJ Fuze. What about MySpace?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
MySpace? What was my MySpace? I'm trying to remember.
You never had a vocal space? We always talk about that shit. I feel like a lot of people don't know about that shit. You never heard of vocal space?
I heard about it, but I never had one. Nah. Was it good? Or?
I don't know. Was it good? Like, I feel like, I don't know.
MySpace did the thing.
Yeah, MySpace did the thing. Damn, man. But Fuze, man, I appreciate you stopping by, dog. I feel like we could have DJ combos for days. And yeah, man, I'm happy to even, like, you know, just be around you, dog, because it's like everybody is always like, yo, Fuze, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the homie, you know what I'm saying? So and I want to say thank you in front of fucking everybody. When I wanted to work at Power and you fucking were responding to my text, you were like looking out. So that's some real shit. Like, people probably think like, oh no, he's just saying that, but it's for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I still got the text of you like, yo, like, try to do this, try to do that. So yeah, man, that's
bro. Like, I'm all about like trying to help the next guy, you know, like and especially like you guys that like keep it cool, like I'm all about like whatever you need, like I got you, you know what I mean? So let's go, man. We gotta speak something into existence, man. 5-10 years, what's something you wanna see yourself doing, man? Just let's say it. DJ related or just
anything in life? Because Teddy, you know, last time we had Teddy up here and it was crazy because we had Teddy like a week or two before he started doing the morning show a lot.
Actually, and that was like
he said he was like, yo man, I want to be able to do something like that. So we're hoping we could keep that luck going in the podcast. You know what I'm saying? So in 5 to 10 years, whether it's DJ, whatever it is, bro, like what is something you want to accomplish in life, like a goal, like whether it's whatever, bro.
Tour with a major artist.
Tour with a major artist.
That would be like I said earlier, that'd be like Kendrick.
Yeah, Kendrick, answer the phone.
Years ago, I did some parties for Rihanna, which is super fucking dope. One of the highlights of my DJ career.
Wait, yeah, you gotta talk about that shit before we leave. What do you mean? Like, how did that go?
This is what year was this? 2011. 2011. So I had been on Power for like 3 years or so, and I'm in Vegas, like just random trip with friends and stuff, and then I get a phone call from like Rihanna's manager, but it was like a private, like a blocked number. But I answered, and they're like, "Yo, like, this is Rihanna's so and so like manager or whatever. Like, are you available tonight, or was it tonight? Or yeah, I think he said tonight. Like, she's having a party for her 23rd birthday, and she like listened to you on the radio, and she wants to book you."
What?
I'm like, what?
You were like with a Fat Tuesday, what the fuck?
I was like.
Is this
like,
shit hitting?
I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like BS because like I had gone out with my friends. Like, the whole weekend you're in Vegas, you're talking shit, you're drinking. Yeah. I'm like, these motherfuckers are like, they're fucking with me, Like this shit's a setup. So I was like iffy about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I want to DJ for Rihanna, but like I still didn't believe it.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, I'm gonna shoot you an email right now, and then the email came and it was like at Rock Nation, and I'm like, whoa.
You're like, my boys are not that good.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, this is real.
Yeah.
It's real Photoshop.
Yeah. And then Reflex, obviously Reflex called me later, and he's like, yo, like, yeah, dude, she heard you on the radio, and she's like, yo, I want this guy for my party. I was like, whoa, wow. Crazy. So yeah, next thing like I'm like driving back to LA to do this party that same night.
And then did you guys prep before or
it was just like, this is the address, show up, and you're on at this time and do your thing.
Oh, the same day that you got the call, he's like, yo, she wants you tonight.
It was in the morning. Yeah, it was in the morning, and the party was that night. So
where was it at? Was it like
Beverly Hills?
Beverly Hills?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Did you feel like you did a good job, or like you felt like
I was the first DJ to go on, so it was me, then some other guy, and then I think Reflex after that. Mm-hmm. So I kind of was the opener, and it wasn't like anything crazy. It was like a rich mansion party where they're just kind of like hanging out. So when I was DJing, like people were kind of like barely getting there. Yeah. But she came up and said hi to me and gave me a hug. So I was like, wow, like it was still like super cool, And then she booked me for a few other things like a year or two later. So that was fun, But I was like, man, it'd be dope to go on tour with her. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like you wish you could have capitalized more on those opportunities in a sense where you're like, man, like I wish I could.
Yeah, a little bit, but it is what it is. Things happen for a reason, and who knows? Yeah, we might reunite one day and like do some work. Who knows?
You should just go to Vegas and just look at your phone and wait somebody they call you again.
Yeah, right.
Wait, huh? Does that look? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shit. No, but that was super dope, and I still have that picture. I'm gonna post it again one of these days. Yeah. Like Throwback Thursday. You know?
What about, is there another moment that like another huge moment maybe with an artist or just a venue that you were just like, man, like I'm really here right now, where you feel like, fuck, like I can't believe this is happening?
Not necessarily like at a venue. I guess more like winning the Power Mixer Idol battle back in 06.
That's huge, man.
That was like crazy to me. Like I won $2,000 for Guitar Center, and
you won $2,000?
Yeah, so like I was finally able to buy a laptop and get Serato.
Oh,
so that's how back then they sold laptops at Guitar Center. So I bought my first like MacBook or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty like cool. And then going on air, that was like super. Yeah. Super cool.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Damn, that's dope. $2,000.
$2,000 and 1 hour on air on Power.
Damn. That's sick, man. That's dope. I'm just like, that's fucking sick. I'm over here like, that's tight. You know what I'm saying? Just to hear those type of stories and shit. Well, fuck, man. I hope you keep getting bigger opportunities, man. Bro. I know so many people are rooting for you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're fucking dope and you just do dope shit. You know what I'm saying?
You too, bro. You're doing your thing. Like you're young. You're doing the production stuff. Like your podcast. Like You got big things coming, bro.
Thank you, bro. We appreciate you stopping by, man, for real, man. Like,
got you guys.
But a lot of people were super excited that you were stopping by, and that's why I was like, yo, let's get some fucking questions going, and we kind of go from there, man. So yeah,
let's get it.
Thank you, dog. Appreciate
you guys for having me.
No, hell yeah, appreciate you, dog.
Thank you.